Right now at 10, talks to end the Iran war, what it could mean for prices at the pump.
And the La Crosse road work that could slow you down all week.
Plus, a look inside Cooley Christian School's new $5.7 million athletic complex.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Cooley Christian School in West Salem celebrating a major milestone tonight.
That's right. News 8 Now's Jadius McGee joins us in the studio to talk about their new addition. Jadius.
Yeah, the celebration included the opening of Cooley Christian School's new $5.7 million athletic complex. School leaders say the new facility represents years of planning and investment as the school continues to grow.
We've got a growing student body, and it's really important that we have facilities that match the excellence and the education that's going on.
For many families, the moment marked the result of major support from the school community.
People are just so excited. I've watched people walk into there and just tears just coming down their face because they're just so amazed and so excited about what we're able to do and how it's going to be able to be used for God's glory.
The evening also gave parents a chance to see student work and connect with teachers during the school's celebration of learning.
We have a really amazing community that sends their kids to school here, and we want to make sure that our parents know that our kids are learning, they're growing, and ultimately our teachers really love them, and that's reflected in all of the work that you'll see here tonight.
And for the students, they hope the new gym will give them even more opportunities moving forward.
This gym is just a huge advancement and improvement, and I'm really excited to see what our school will do with it.
Now, school officials say the new complex will hopefully begin hosting events later this year. Reporting in the studio, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now.
Looks like they did a good job. Thank you, Jadius. Well, the Boys and Girls Club of Greater La Crosse showing off progress today on its new Workforce Readiness Center. The Logan Northside Neighborhood Association toured the $14 million facility over on Clinton Street. The center will help teenagers explore career options through hands-on learning.
Kids from all of our clubs, kids from the La Crosse County and beyond will be invited into this space for programming and activity to find out what they're good at, maybe what they don't want to do as a future, and just give kids as many opportunities as possible.
The club plans on hosting an official grand opening in June.
A News 8 follow-up. Installing more safety cameras in La Crosse is getting closer to happening. The SafeCam fundraiser is now $50,000 shy of their $100,000 goal. The sponsors revealing the news during a downtown event. The call for more cameras follows the death of Elliot Hines. She died last July and was seen on city cameras.
Shortly thereafter, the female from Viterbo was involved in that incident, and that's kind of what brought that on. Then pretty soon we brainstormed at our meetings and came up with the idea to do a fundraiser.
You can help the group reach its goal. Thursday at 4 p.m. there's a fundraising event at Capella Wedding and Events on King Street.
La Crosse County is holding a meeting tomorrow about a future roundabout. It's set to go in on Alaska at the intersection of County Road OT, Corporate Drive, and Commerce Road. The meeting begins at Onalaska Town Hall at 5:30 p.m.
Road crews making repairs on Losee Boulevard this week. It'll affect the road from La Crosse Street to Main Street. The city says it may cause travel delays.
Early voting is underway for the spring elections. You have until April 5th to cast your ballot early, with Election Day set for April 7th. And early voting requirements for this year have changed a little. Wisconsin officials say you can bring your driver's license, and it doesn't need to be the federally compliant Real ID card. You can visit wisconsindot.gov for more information.
La Crosse city leaders met earlier this evening at City Hall. The working session focused on collaborative approaches and shared values to help move the city forward. Officials worked to examine current operations within City Hall and identify barriers preventing progress.
I think it's good for us all to know which direction we're heading, what's important for that movement, and go from there.
The team also discussed their visions for an ideal future for the city of La Crosse.
Universities of Wisconsin leaders are unveiling a new artificial intelligence course. The free online series features 7 brief videos introducing the basics of generative AI technology, explaining how it can be used and the opportunities and challenges it presents. Universities of Wisconsin President Jay Rothman says it serves as a gateway to additional AI courses offered across the state schools.
With the modules, there are several that deal with how do you protect your data with AI? How do you deal with privacy to ensure that that is protected?
The course series is sponsored by UW Credit Union.
Students at Student Summit Elementary are making their own maple syrup from tree to table. Every student from kindergarten is doing everything from collecting sap from the trees on school's grounds to cooking it down into syrup. Teachers say the hands-on experience benefits their understanding of science, math, and the environment.
Quick Trip has a new mascot, and he made quite an entrance. Red, a 6-foot rooster, was unveiled this week at an event with Children's Miracle Network heroes. The hatching celebrates Quick Trip's partnership with Gunderson Amplify, which distributes more than $70,000 a year to local families through its SCRIP program. Red will now head out on the road for a 6-week Midwest tour.
All right, we've got another warm-up on tap for us tomorrow. Tell us all about it, Greg.
Well, we got another warm-up, and then we'll get cooler temperatures, maybe some rain too coming for Thursday as we kind of go back and forth. But as we wake up tomorrow morning, it should be fairly mild, 37, a few high clouds out there. We'll start seeing more sun towards the noon hour, getting up to about 47 by 10 a.m. And for La Crosse there, we'll see the similar type of conditions too, getting up to about 49 with more sun, still some passing high clouds, but overall still very warm or very mild for the morning hour. Currently, we're still in the 40s near 50 with that south wind, and the high clouds has prevented the temperatures from falling off too much, and they really won't fall off that much overall. You can see a lot of cloud cover on satellite. This is all high clouds, but it keeps those temperatures up, and that's what we're going to see, just a slow drop in temperatures overall, but still very mild. The story going on for Thursday, some showers, not all. We'll see it. The bigger story going for Friday is the big drop. But if you got weekend plans, it's shaping up to be a nice weekend too, so we'll break all that down a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. In the Oval Office, President Trump says Iranian negotiators have offered the U.S. what the president describes as an expensive gift.
Ed O'Keefe has the details from the White House.
Even as Iran launched missiles towards Israel and other Gulf nations today,
we're in negotiations right now.
President Trump claimed the regime is so near defeat, it has no choice but to negotiate an end to the war.
We killed all their leadership, and then they met to choose new leaders, and we killed all of them. And now we have a new group. We have really regime change. You know, this is a change in the regime.
What makes you trust them?
I don't trust anybody. I don't trust you. Why do you say what makes you trust? Do you think I trust them?
And why bother talking to them?
Because they're going to make a deal. They're going to make a deal. They did something yesterday that was amazing, actually. They gave us a present, and the present arrived today. And it was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is.
The president would only say that present had to do with oil and gas and the Strait of Hormuz, the major shipping route that remains blocked. Average gas prices have risen for 24 consecutive days, now nearing $4 a gallon nationwide. But even as the two countries are negotiating indirectly, the U.S. is sending 5,000 troops to the region, on top of the more than 50,000 already deployed. Those troops could be ordered to take Karg Island, a key oil shipping depot, or deploy on the Iranian coastline to help secure the strait. But even Republican lawmakers are skeptical of those plans.
The White House really does need to articulate the plan so that people aren't reacting to their own hypothetical deployment of what troops on the ground looks like, for example.
And CBS News has learned more than 1,000 troops from the Army's 82nd Airborne Division are also deploying to the Middle East. They specialize in parachuting out of airplanes. Ed O'Keefe, CBS News, the White House.
Now, if a peace deal with Iran happens, many are wondering how quickly gas prices might drop. Experts say don't expect overnight relief, and it could take time for prices to come down. Even if prices do start falling, they may not return to pre-war levels.
Because of the increased demand, with people getting ready for their spring breaks and summer vacations, and just generally driving more during the warmer months than they do during the winter. So, you know, we're unlikely to see prices really come down anytime soon.
According to AAA, the average price for a regular gallon of gas in La Crosse is $3.38. That's 71 cents higher than it was a month ago.
Still to come, the investigation continues into the deadly crash at LaGuardia Airport, what officials are looking for, and the latest on the victims.
Plus, Homeland Security officially has a new boss. We're back right after the break.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, rising cost of living now impacting your furry friends' lifestyles. Plus, Art has some 60s and breeze on the way when we see you starting at 5 a.m.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month, just announced. Get $8,360 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members only incentive.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for Sponsored Jobs. Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a Triptan, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Federal investigators revealed the final moments before the Air Canada Express jet slammed into a fire truck on the runway at New York's LaGuardia Airport.
CBS News correspondent Tom Hansen has the latest from the scene.
Just before midnight on Sunday night, an air traffic controller cleared a fire truck to cross runway 4.
Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower, requesting to cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company, cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company, crossing 4 at Delta.
Seconds later, the Air Canada flight collided with the fire truck.
Stop. Truck 1, stop.
Tonight, the NTSB revealed the technology made to prevent a collision, known as the Airport Surface Detection System, or ASDX, did not activate because the fire truck did not have a transponder. That would have alerted the control tower to its precise location.
In order for ASDX to work well, you have to know where ground vehicles and aircraft are. So in this case, that vehicle did not have a transponder.
The 2 pilots died as a result of the collision. 39 people were taken to area hospitals, and 6 remain hospitalized tonight. NTSB investigators want to know if the 2 people in the fire truck heard the last-second warnings from the control tower to stop before pulling into the path of the plane. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy said the air traffic control system needs to be better.
Controllers should have all the information and the tools to do their job. This is 2026.
The NTSB also confirmed 2 air traffic controllers were on duty at the time of the crash, calling it standard staffing for the overnight shift. Homendy said it was unclear, however, who was in charge of communicating with the vehicles on the ground when the crash happened.
And the NTSB said they planned to hold interviews with the on-duty air traffic controllers this afternoon. They also plan to do the same with those firefighters in that truck. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
Minnesota is suing the Trump administration.
It's tied to the shooting deaths of Alex Preddy and Renee Good. Officials say the pair were killed by ICE agents, and the DOJ is withholding information into the state investigations.
The federal government has refused to cooperate with state law enforcement, which is unique, rare, and simply cannot be tolerated.
The suit also cites the non-fatal shooting of a third Minnesota resident, Julio Cesar Sosa Solis.
Markwayne Mullin is the new DHS secretary. Attorney General Pam Bondi swearing him in at the White House today. Mullin replaces Kristi Noem, who's now part of the special envoy for the Shield of the Americas.
We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, definitely warm Wednesday, but then we got a little bit of rain for Thursday and definitely colder conditions for Friday. So we'll break down how much rain we might see and what those temperatures look like on Friday. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Come on, boys. These dogs aren't going to eat themselves. Yeah, mustard? I'm a mustard gal myself.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal.
Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $6,100 on the Sierra 1500 model. Plus get $3,000 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
My experience here has helped me tremendously. My skills that I'm learning as far as helped me to better my career, because I do want to be a nurse. I'm going to Western right now. They also help with like the TIPS program for tuition. So they help with school. They help with my schedule professionally. They are very supportive with my child and my child care. And this is just like the perfect place for a single parent like me.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
Going on or coming off?
On. 14 hours.
Oh, thanks. Saving lives.
Cheers.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, we still got some minor issues on the Black River and Yellow River. All of them are just minor flooding, so really just nuisance flooding. Not expecting any more. Obviously, the snow's all gone, and we're not expecting a lot of precipitation in the next 7 days, though. We're not seeing any type of river issues. Really, it's only Gainesville left to go. Black River Falls is now falling below action stage. Gainesville here will be shortly just going up just slightly above minor flood stage, and then they'll continue to fall. So that's why there's a flood warning for minor flooding down towards Galesville. Now, if you look at the Yellow River, just a little bit of an issue left on that. Otherwise, you can see they have started to fall back down too. The crest already happened. You're going back, Babcock's Beckley down to action stage. The other one should begin to fall here shortly too. So Necedah, all that stuff is done with. That's the good news. And once again, there's no snow on the ground, so don't expect any rises in any creeks or rivers anytime soon for the most part. We've really got the heat still out to the west. It's been building, then it pushes east. They kind of simmer down a little bit down there, and then it builds right back up. And right now we're going to see another push from that area come through tomorrow into tomorrow night. You can see that push all the way up to the north before we got a nice cold front that'll sweep south, and another change of the air mass swing south. So that's why we're going to get colder Friday, a little bit of precipitation, but not a lot with moisture with this system. Wind too, then we'll turn those winds around. The heat will begin to build right back up out to the west, and we'll see another push of that come next week, basically Monday and Tuesday, ahead of a very large system. It's a big pattern change going to happen out to the west coast here, get more active, and we're going to start seeing that towards the middle of next week. You see all these winds come up out of the south, pulling moisture up. We'll have a boundary somewhere in the area, so expect precipitation beyond next Tuesday, potentially through the weekend, although we'll have to figure out the details on that for the most part, but it will get more active for that part. In the meantime, we just got a boundary stretching across from here all the way west. This is just cloud cover right now, kind of separating more mild air to the southwest, a little bit colder air to the north. All we're going to get with this really is cloud cover over the next probably 24 hours, not too much else to go with it yet. So overnight lows, as I mentioned, they're going to be quite mild, going up still mid to upper 30s with all that cloud cover. So that's good news. Mild start for tomorrow. Less clouds in the afternoon likely, just high clouds, and a lot of areas should get up into the 70s. In fact, these temperatures may be a degree or two too cold. We'll see. We might be pushing some mid-70s. Not records right now. We're still around 80, so not expecting anything like we saw the other weekend when we saw 81 or 82. As we go into Wednesday night, Very mild conditions with the winds around to the south. More cloud cover as that system begins to approach front from the north and a warm front from the south. Some areas may struggle to get below 50. Now going into Thursday with this front overhead, you can see there's going to be quite a gradient of temperature here from the upper 60s further south, period to Sheen, where they'll have a warm front getting close to Ladysmith, 48. So not much of a change from the overnight low to the daytime, pretty steady because that cold front's going to be sagging south throughout the day. So the winds will turn around north up there. Further south you go, you might not see that change. So depending on where you are Thursday, it could be another mild to warm day, or it's going to be a little bit cooler too, along with some breezy conditions. And then Friday, the big change is going to be really, they're going to drop off in the morning into the 20s where we should be. But with that northwest wind, kind of breezy on Friday, feel like temperatures likely in the 30s. So definitely colder. It's going to be more like maybe we saw for Sunday or this previous Monday too. Precipitation right now, there's going to be a little bit coming through Thursday morning, mainly north of Eau Claire. Spotty showers elsewhere. This band will fall apart, and there'll be another band probably close to Prairie du Chien in southern Wisconsin. That band will come through later in the day, but really all the precipitation should get out of here by the evening. Not expecting a lot of precipitation with that, maybe a couple tenths further north. Otherwise, the weekend's shaping up good once we get to Saturday, 60s, potentially another 70 on Monday, before things get a little bit more active for the second half of next week. And for the most part, it does look a mild stretch, although we could see some snow come into a picture for some of the areas as some of these systems come through for the second half of next week, but we'll get into the details as we get closer. So
some of the areas, though, not widespread.
This time of year, mainly it's mostly northern Wisconsin and sometimes central Wisconsin gets into play, depending on how things play out. But this time of year, don't expect much in the way of accumulation. No.
Sure. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, new kids on the block. The Brewers relying on some youth in the rotation to start the year. Plus the decade-long streak the Bucks are snapping. And the diagnosis from Doc. Jacob is next.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
Get an 11% rebate from Menards. Make this the year you check that project off the list. Turn your tax refund into new cabinets from Cardell. They're ready to install in a variety of styles and finishes. These Deltona kitchen cabinets are a value of $4695.99 after rebate. Finish your kitchen upgrade with a Moen faucet. Moen sets the standard for beauty and reliability and are built to last. This Mica faucet is a value of $149.96 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Andy Pitts here at Sugarloaf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Highway 61 Winona, previously known as Chrysler Winona. Same great staff and ownership, just a new location and building to serve you. During our Declaration of Deals sales event, buy a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee for up to $7,500 off MSRP, or lease from $299 down and $349 per month with Stellantis loyalty. So come see us today in our new home, Highway 61 Winona.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back, but now I'm all in with clearer skin, thanks to Skyrizi.
Most people achieved clearer skin from head to toe. Many were 100% plaque-free, and many were completely clear even at 5 years.
People also saw significant improvement in pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, in just a couple of days, the Brewers will embark on their 57th season of baseball. Milwaukee coming off a year that will be remembered for a while, but there will be no shortage of new faces. In the starting rotation specifically, not much for veterans. The crew will rely on some young arms with the departure of Freddie Peralta in the offseason. 23-year-old Jacob Mizorowski getting the start on opening day, and the rest of the top 5 includes Chad Patrick, Brandon Sproat, Kyle Harrison, and Brandon Woodruff. And Woody says despite despite the lack of experience with some of those starters, they've got the stuff to be successful in the league for a while.
Man, these guys just like they wake up out of bed and just throw 100. Like, it's amazing to really watch bullpens and watch how their stuff is just incredible. For them, it all becomes consistency, preparation. How can they use their stuff against the hitter, and then just locate when they need to with runners on. That's the big challenge.
Quinn Priester beginning the season on the injured list due to a wrist injury, and will make some rehab starts before rejoining the Brewers rotation. Target date for him is early May, according to reports. Let's check out some action on the ice tonight. Two of the best teams in the NHL doing battle from Tampa. Wild would get the party started early in this one, not even 2.5 minutes in. That's Mats Zuccarello scoring on the power play to go up by 1. Then late in the first period, it's Brock Faber lighting the lamp with a missile from near the blue line to double Minnesota's lead. It wasn't just the visitors who had success, though, on power plays. Braden Point abides by his name and gets the Lightning on the board right there. Vladimir Tarasenko would answer soon to make it 3-1 Wild, but the hosts would net 3 goals in the final period as they go on to take this one 6-3. Meanwhile, after a 129-96 loss last night by the Bucks against the Clippers out in LA, Milwaukee now guaranteed to have their first losing season since 2015-16 campaign, while Doc Rivers is set to have his first record below 500 in a full season since 06-07. It's been a year to forget for the franchise, but despite losing 11 of their last 14 games, Rivers says he's not just going to mail it in the rest of the way.
Like, I can't draw a wine and then all of a sudden magical things happen, you know? But you just got to keep encouraging our guys, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep encouraging them. We're going to keep practicing, keep working on stuff. That's what you have to do when you're in these situations. What you don't do is sit around and talk about how bad things are. That's what you don't do. Not in life either. I'm not going to do that.
Milwaukee's record now 29-42. They'll look for a win tomorrow night when they visit the Portland Trailblazers. Meanwhile, the Herd just had their final home game last night, falling to the College Park Skyhawks. But after the game, it was a special moment for one Cooley Region kiddo, Deacon Zabrowski, who my sources tell me is the biggest Johnny Davis fan. He got to meet Davis after the game for Fan Appreciation Night. Deacon got his Johnny Davis jersey signed and his hat signed as well. He even asked Johnny if his youth camp would be happening again this summer because he's finally old enough to attend. And Johnny told him, yes, it would be going on once again at the end of July. I mean, how awesome is that, guys? He's really had a good year, too, but just very cool to see him giving back to kids from the region. They're still excited to go out there to Oshkosh and go visit.
Yeah, and that was the cool thing when we heard that the Herd was getting Johnny Davis, because you knew lacrosse fans were going to be able to go and see him play again.
Absolutely. He's having a great year, and hopefully he can make that jump to maybe the pros next year with the Bucks, but well, very
Bucks,
cool regardless.
They ought to clean some house, so maybe Johnny Davis will have a roster spot next year.
Might get an opportunity for sure, but shout out to Deacon for being a fan of Johnny's.
Awesome memory right there.
Yep.
All right, more news right after this.
Bring on the spring. Bring on the savings. Bring it on at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get out there in America's most awarded brand for new vehicle quality. Start a new adventure in a Ford Explorer. Take on the great outdoors in a Bronco Sport. Do it all with an Escape. It's time to bring it on. Now get $2,500 bonus cash on a new Ford Bronco Sport. See your local Northland Ford dealers today.
Load up and cash in at our Buy More, Earn More event this week at Fleet Farm. From March 23rd through the 29th, all Fleet Rewards members will earn bonus rewards on qualifying purchases for the whole family. Earn $10 when you spend $100, earn $25 when you spend $200, and earn $50 in rewards when you spend $350. Membership's free. Sign up in-store or online. And remember, the bigger the haul, the more you earn. So stock up now at Fleet Farm's Buy More, Earn More event. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
Back again, Jeff?
Well, I'm future you. Our doctor figured out why your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back. It's IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save.
Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room, scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A strange sound led to a heartwarming rescue in California.
Yeah, a driver showed up at an animal care center saying they heard meowing coming from the car's engine. Sure enough, a pair of animal control officers got under the hood and removed 3 tiny kittens,
my
tiny,
gosh, yeah.
from the engine compartment.
A post by the Palmdale Animal Care Center says the kittens were unharmed, if only a little dirty, and they have since been placed into foster care.
So that is something we definitely have to be leery about, or cognizant of.
For sure.
Like these kittens going up and hiding inside cars because they want to warm up and stuff. So
we've had a couple stories like this where they're found underneath the engine bay of something.
These are itty bitty ones though too. I'm surprised someone even heard their little meows, but glad they're safe. All right, Greg, it's a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Real honest news between dance challenges and book recommendations. Follow us on TikTok at WKBT News 8 Now.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Just announced. Get $8,360 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open. You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
You can see it. His potential, that is. You see it even when he may not. You see that the things that spark his interest today will in time ignite the things he pursues tomorrow. And ultimately, help him reach new heights. All he needs now is a way to make it happen. We are the Universities of Wisconsin. 13 universities, unlimited opportunity.
I wish to present the importance of hard work and determination, of not backing down when things are tough, of being there to help a friend. Because it is only when we work together that we achieve true greatness.
With a 100% U.S.-based workforce and a 100% U.S.-built fiber broadband network, Spectrum is America's connectivity company.
It's a game of patience, focus, discipline, the late nights, the early mornings, the constant refinement, all for your next best shot. From custom fittings to expert advice, Shields is your partner in pursuit of perfection, because we chase it too. Building your next best shot starts with Shields.
All right, the 70s are back for some areas, otherwise it'll be 60s, so get out and enjoy it because we're going to see some rain potentially come in for some areas Thursday. The bigger story going Thursday night into Friday is the much colder conditions, below average Friday, but if you're looking for a weekend, it's shaping up to be average Saturday, but 60s back Sunday, so fairly nice weekend. Get out and enjoy because next week's going to be a different story probably.
There we go. That'll do it for us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.